30 feet for Paul Norman in the All-Pro War Wagon out of Charlotte, North Carolina. This next guy is a dandy. He's a big one, too. John Carlton out of Little Plymouth. Maybe that should be Big Plymouth, Virginia.
John has been around the sport for quite a few years. He, like the All-Pro vehicle, has always run 3 engines. This is a brand-new combination, the first time he's ever run a 5-engine combination, and it looks like he has a handle on a good run. Right hand on the throttle, left hand on the steering wheel. He's got to be satisfied with that maiden voyage, Richard.
John Carlton, 273 feet 2 inches, and to show you the horsepower, you notice how these tractors shimmy and shake coming down the track. Even as big a guy as John Carlton is, you saw him shaking right along with that monster of an engine machine.
We've been talking about horsepower. Speaking of horsepower, we just received word from some of the track crew. I want you to keep an eye on the stack engine, the engine right in front of the driver on the Miller Special. Jasky's having some problems. You notice him moving around trying to get the engine fired. It looks like he might just be trying to make a 4-engine run. Now, the way we can tell it will be to watch the engine right in front of him. He definitely is having problems. The crew members come in, Richard. From our viewpoint, we can't tell, but I believe the stack motor is not running. He will try to roll about 25 feet and then engage the engine.
All right, so keep your eyes on that stack motor of Steve Jasky. The Miller Highlight tractor. It's kicked in, it looks like, Army.
What a job he's doing at driving. He rolled it, hit the clutch, and started the engine, and horsepower. Look at the awesome horsepower, Richard. He's out of here.
Steve Jasky all the way down the course. It was Patterson, then Piper, Walsh, Banner. Now Steve Jasky joins the group of drivers to go the full length of the track here in Bowling Green, Ohio.
Steve Jasky put the Miller Highlight modified into a pull-off. There's going to be 5 of you. Can you win this thing this afternoon, Steve?
It'll be real hard. We got the one motor down, really. I got to kick it to start it as I go down the track, and it makes me a little slow on the brakes. So if I'm awful lucky and the thing runs, maybe we will, but otherwise it's going to take an awful lot of luck.
Well, there you see Phil Patterson. He was the first one to take the length of the track with a full pull. He is in a pull-off, as is that gentleman, David Banner, and 3 others join him. We'll be back for the championship pull-off in just a moment on ESPN.
The Total Sports Network.
If it's too cool for you outdoors in November, warm up indoors as the heartbeat of America. Today, Chevy Trucks and TNT Motorsports bring you the hottest in truck and tractor pulling and monster truck racing. See the Renegade TNT Monster Truck Challenge Friday and Saturday, November 11th and 12th at Garrett Coliseum in Montgomery, Alabama, and on Saturday, November 19th at the new Charlotte Coliseum, Charlotte, North Carolina. The stars of monster truck racing will do battle on Saturday, November 19th in the spacious Hoosier Dome in Indianapolis, Indiana. But while the big trucks are racing at Indy, you'll also see the top modified tractors and 2-wheel drive trucks from the Red Band TNT All-American Pulling Series. Look for superstars such as David Banner, Pat Friels, Mike Stokes, Wayne Roush, and Ken Lamont. Look for the heartbeat of America. Today, Chevy Trucks and TNT Motorsports to bring a truck and tractor pull or a monster truck race to your hometown. Richard Leake and thousands back with you in Bowling Green, and this is what it boils down to, Army. We will call them the No Jive 5. We had 5 drivers qualified for a pull-off for all the marbles here at the National Tractor Pulling Championships. We kick it off with the Sassy Massey machine of Phil Patterson.
Little 5-car studs, what I'm going to call it, Richard. Who's holding the ace? They're pulling 2,000 pounds more weight now than they did a moment ago. Nothing but brute, raw horsepower is what it takes from this point on. Patterson, the first out. They're watching him. A good run going, Richard.
Phil Patterson, whoa, wait a minute. Pulls hard left and shuts it down 227 feet, 6 inches.
Phil, 227.6, you took an awful violent left turn out there. What happened?
I felt something kick in the rear end, and I think he probably broke another cross. Not sure, but it just made a violent left for no reason at all. There wasn't anything in the track to cause that, so it was making a nice straight run with no braking, and it's done that to us before, so I'm just assuming that that's what it is.
So Phil Patterson says he thought he broke a cross, Army. Explain that.
Part of the rear end assembly, these rear ends take so much abuse, they all try to beef them up. The kick is something they'd come up with to try to add support. It just didn't work. Speaking of support, family operation right here out of Southern Illinois would love to take his first win. Has the horsepower, the 5 Aries engine making the weight combination right. Oh, he has a little bit of a problem, Richard. The front engine starts to go away on him.
Mike Piper, 182 feet plus a few inches. The crowd stunned, probably not as stunned as Mike, though, as he had problems with the engines, had to shut it down, and that brings our third pull-off competitor, Dave Walsh, to the line.
Walsh working the left side of the track. Look at this. Richard, you talk about a beautiful job of driving. He is out of here. Like they say, time to get the workers out of the way of the train. Dave Walsh in the Irish Challenger is coming through.
Make it 2 for 2 today for Dave Walsh. Another full pull and our leader up to now.
I'll tell you what, Dave, somebody out there says it doesn't get any better than this. That was what I would call a perfect shot. Congratulations.
Thank you there. Thank you.
You're sitting on top of this thing. The top 5 tractors made the pull-off. You got 2 big bullets sitting behind you. Can you hang on to win it?
I don't know. They're pretty good back there. They can go out, but I just hope they don't.
The Irish Challenger, currently your leader. He's got to dodge 2 bullets to be the national champion. We're going back up to Richard for the final 2 shots.
And here comes bullet number 1, Army. It is David Banner in the Mr. Chevy machine. Let's see if he can dodge it as his brother looks on.
Keeping an eye looking right down the throat of the engines. You can tell what the engines are doing by watching the injector scoops. They're going to be wide open. That means Banner is coming like a freight.
But David Banner went to the right side of the track. Now he's drifting left. That could have been a disadvantage for him. 288 feet, 8 inches for David Banner. Why did he go to the right side of the track, Army?
Maybe we understand a 288.8. Were you satisfied with the run?
Oh, yeah, you know, that Walsh laid down on one heck of a path there along that sideline, and he took the track with him when he went out the gate, so I had to go on the other side, and I felt like I got a good run out of mine. I think I pulled in the second. Let's go with that Bowling Green.
Yeah, you're definitely setting number 2. We were noticing you were really hugging that right mark until about the, well, we'll say the 200-foot mark. It came to the left on you. That was almost a crapshoot to run that close to the out-of-bounds lane.
There was a lot of dry dirt there, and I needed a lot of it underneath the pan to get any distance. So I had to run her pretty close to the mark.
And now we are down to our final competitor in this pull-off, Steve Jaske. Meanwhile, David Walsh, you are sitting there waiting.
He's tough. He's been tough all year. We've been going back and forth 1 and 2 all year, so he's capable of taking it out.
Okay, now we were talking to him a moment ago, and he told us he had lost an engine. Were you not aware that he was making a 4-engine shot?
No, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Does that make you feel any better?
I feel a lot better now.
And here goes Steven Jaske, the final guy that can catch Dave Walsh. He is rolling down the track, Army.
Not going to do it. Walsh looks like he's going to take a national championship. The 5th engine caught him. It didn't work. It didn't get the horsepower for him, Richard.
Jaske says goodbye. We say congratulations to Dave Walsh, the winner today.
Turn around here. I want to be the first to congratulate you on being the national champion in Bowling Green. I think Tommy Watson from Redman has come over to congratulate you. On behalf of the Redman people, job well done. We'll let you get back to your crew in the victory celebration.
Okay, thank you very much.
Well, that's an example of a guy that lets his talents do the talking for him. Doesn't say too much, but I know on the inside he's got to be happy with what he accomplished today in Bowling Green as we see the winning pull, Army.
Richard, it was almost a perfect run. The weight set up perfect. He runs right down the left hash mark. You're looking right into the engines. Everything went for the Irish Challenger today in Bowling Green, Ohio.
So David Walsh crowned the King of Kings in Bowling Green at the National Tractor Pulling Championship. Here's our top 5 finishers. In 5th place today, Mike Piper. 4th went to Phil Patterson. 3rd, Steve Jaske. 2nd place goes to Dave Banner. And the champion in Bowling Green, David Walsh. So once again, a great event, a great day in Bowling Green, Ohio. And that's going to wrap things up for now. So Army Armstrong, numbers to believe, saying we'll see you again on the tracks across America.
Join us next time for Power Tracks, the most powerful sport on earth. Brought to you by TNT Motorsports.